Hey Houseguest, welcome to today's BB14 updates and spoilers. Our Houseguest of the day is Dan C08. Dan C08 is a longtime viewer and just started college. Yay! So good luck to you. It's going to be a great time. Wild ride. I can't wear these right now. So, last night's episode was crazy. It was a double eviction. Frank was gone first, and then Dan won the HOH competition. He nominated Ian and Joe. Ian won the POV, so then obviously he used it on himself, and Dan put up Danielle in his place, and then Joe was voted out. What we didn't see on the show, because it took place after, Ian won the second HOH of the night. So he was basically back-to-back almost HOH, so he shouldn't have even bothered moving his stuff out of the room. But I'm happy with how it turned out, because I did want to see Ian win again. So after the show, Jen was PO'd that Frank was voted out. I think especially because she actually thought that Dan and Danielle were going to vote to keep him. For real, though. I mean, they were already in this almost exact situation during the reset week. And, I mean, it's the old saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Shame on me. So shame on you, Jen and Frank. Frank's interviews have been pretty bitter from what I've seen, so I just think that's really sad. Anyway, Dan got his HOH basket, and he got lots of snacks, pictures. He got a new bathing suit. He is always wearing the same bathing suit, and he wears it like every day without washing it. He's like, oh yeah, the chlorine in the pool washes it. And he got a letter from his wife, which was sweet. And then Ian got his HOH room, so it was a lot of the same, like food, stuff from home. He got like a toy duck. He got a Matt and Kim CD, and a letter from his grandparents. That was very sweet. So Dan and Ian were chatting because they're still working together because Ian's still in power. And Dan is really pushing for some Shane and Jen nominations. I guess the target is Jen. I mean, that's what I would think. But then again, you never know what's going on in Dan's head. I don't know. So I'm pretty sure Jen knows that she's in trouble. And this morning, the Houseguest got a new tiny dining room table. And it's very tiny. It's like an end table. Not really, but it is really tiny. There was another Pandora's box today. I'm surprised this is the third one this season. I thought maybe they would stop after 2. But Ian opened it again, and he got a video message from Rachel Riley from Big Brother 12 and 13, if you don't know who that is. You should probably look her up if you don't know who that is, because you're going to be opening a whole new Pandora's box of crazy. So he was actually really happy about that, so I don't know how much of a punishment that was. But meanwhile, everyone else in the house got messages from home, so that must have been nice. There are no have-nots this week, except Jen is still on slop because she's on slop for the rest of the time that she's here because of that POV competition, which is funny because she ended up using the POV on Dan anyway. So nominations were today. And just like Ian and Dan discussed, Jen and Shane are on the block. I'm happy with this because I want to see Jen go this week, but I'm also worried for Ian because I can't decide who I'd rather see win, Ian or Dan. I think Ian, maybe, because like I really respect Dan as a player, but I feel like I'd like to see Ian win just because Dan has already won. With that being said, I think Dan definitely could go all the way, and I'd be happy for him if he did. But I think this is a little bit dangerous for Ian. He's being he's a little starstruck by Dan. It's pretty clear. And, I mean, Dan tried to get rid of him during the double eviction. But I think Ian is, like, blinded by Dan's mist. Because Dan told him, like, yeah, you were a pawn. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure if Ian didn't win that POV, he was going home. So I would be worried if I were him. But that's all I have for you guys today. Tomorrow should be the POV. We'll find out who won. And until next time, much love.